Hey people, injured here, 53, Estia Province, blue team. Looking very chaotic. We have Sin Harvester with a Plague Champion. Starts off in ranged combat with the damage of a time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support the Iron Warriors elite scheme here. Alongside, wenDi is a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. Rounding off this blue team, Gaius Baltar with a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting mainly in melee. The Thousand Suns elite scheme here. Red team then, Inekura is an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee combat but can get specialised ranged weapons, a little bit of support too. Alongside, looking very orky, the Riddler is a Kommando knob, infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins in ranged combat with a twin link shooter. And rounding off the teams is Saint Kelly's Warboss, a melee hero that walks through objects. There's a big old stompy thing. Very strong offense, support and disruption, fighting in melee. This is the Freebooters DLC. Some heavyweights on the east side then. On the west side, oh look, it's the Talon Desert Raiders, recolored red and white or red and grey or something. These heretics are in trouble. Those heretics are dead. Doom Blast, retreat and die. Needs to be careful with the Plague Champion now. These guys just got their burners. Plague Champion's dead. Very sloppy opening from Sin Harvester. I mean, sometimes your heretics just get caught in a bad place, but shouldn't have let the Plague Champion go down like that. Meanwhile, east side, where it was 2v1 against Saint Kelly, the power is going to get bashed. The Chaos Lord looks like he's going for the VP. Sorcerer, meanwhile, just capped that central wreck point. And we've got some already aspiring champion heretics bashing the contested power node on the eastern edge. Those are Gaius Baltars. Havoc's on the way for wenDi. Noise Marines on the way for Sin Harvester. Will most likely replace those heretics, I think, and they should. Yeah, Inekura did not get any other units out. They're going straight into what I imagine is double Catechins, but maybe it's Catechins and then something else. Some other power unit. Here are your Catechin Devils then. Have some long range and short range disruption with some support too. Power melee weapons and shotguns. They can do it all. Even plant some explosives and stuff. These guys trying to bait out Kill the Weak. There's Kill the Weak. They baited it out reasonably well. Guardsman in the mid here, very bravely shooting at a Chaos Lord. Lots of big shooters for the Orks, I imagine. Nope, only Saint Kelly with double big shooters. They both have their burners up though. That's where their power's gone early on. It is double Catechins for Inekura. Sorcerer's going to get revive. He's got no XP right now. I think he does about half of his bar. Yep. Havoc's be suppressing stuff, as you do. Oh, those Catechins must have already used their grenade launcher because they've got no energy. Well, they've got half their energy missing, I should say. Some dead heretics on the east side. Fair enough. Got a Knob Leader for Riddler's shooters so they can help spot the sneaky Zinchian infiltration worship. And indeed, the heretics have an aspiring champion so they can spot the sneaky Kommando. Dodging the stun bomb. Havocs need to set up and they need to target those sluggers there. Or the heretics do. Someone does. Oh no, they're targeting the shooters. Sluggers are going to get in. They should not have been able to get in this easily. They're forcing off the Havocs and they took on Model as well. Yeah, that was a little bit sloppy from wenDi. But they are going to get a full power bash, I think, the blue team, thanks to Sin Harvester's Noise Marines. Plague Champion himself is capping the wreck point here. What's this? That was a go at the power from Inekura on the opposite side of the map. Improvised explosive went off there, I think. Raptors on the double shooters. These guys suppressing enemy units when they land near them. They in turn got suppressed by aiming what's that, but they're okay. Inquisitor quickly flees. She realised she was trying to fight a Chaos Lord 1v1. What is this? Sneaky Kommando getting a decap and leveled up to 2. Well done. More CSM for Sin Harvester. Still no heretics, eh? These guys fully upgraded now with Knob Leader and big shooters. They have some really good firepower in tier 1. Same with Saint Kelly's double shooters. That Sonic Blaster disables range attacks and shakes apart structures very well. Got some good damage too. Do need to get relatively close, like flamer range, which is 20-ish range. Whereas something like a bolt gun would be 38 range. 471 to 472, 2-1 for the blue team as Sin Harvester, the first player to go tier 2. St. Kelly delaying their tier 2 to get a Pain Boy up. It's going to be fun. There's that Sonic Blaster again, look at that. Once you see that purple mark, that means the weapons are disabled. Here comes Sluggers. Heretics are there. Maybe the Noise Marines could have stayed in play because they do retain the use of the Sonic Blaster as they drop models, but they were getting quite low. Here are some of the catachans for Inekura. We see we have an improvised explosive on the path to their power there. Where's the other fellas? Oh, they're putting more explosives down, are they? Chaos Lord capping the eastern power, menacingly stared at by the Warboss. Now he's going to have a go. Meanwhile, Chaos flooding through towards the mid a little bit more. Warboss trying to get in on the Noise Marines, but they're using that Corn Worship to frustrate and harass him. Gets a good stomp on the Raptors though. And here's some Daka for the Raptors too. That's a really risky jump to take, guys. They're going to take it though. Pain Boy and Sluggers are there. Raptors are going to get shredded if they stay there too long. They didn't even drop a model. Wow. Noise Marines did a lot of work here. The Pain Boy does have a heal over time he can use against allied Orks. Has some other tricks in tier 2. In combat, he's a decent little melee unit. The damage over time melee attack. Tier 2 all around aside from St. Kelly. Are they floating? They're not floating. They need some more requisition. They are having to reinforce a bunch of Orks right now. More explosives going up or down. There it is. From the Catachans. They are infiltrated if you are wondering. Hey, we got some Plague Marines from Sin Harvester. These guys with damage over time bolt guns and a missile launcher that will snare large targets. That was a nasty burst of that Sonic Blaster there. We're going to see the improvised explosive go off, I think. If Inekura is paying attention, there it is. Decent chunk of damage. It didn't take a model though. Manticore on the way for Inekura. The Riddler just hit tier 2. We have Bloodletters on the way for yANg wenDi. Kommando getting another good decap on the VP. Chased off by Heretics, and he can't infiltrate because they'll spot him, but here comes Sluggers. Heretics backing off. Those guys just got their Nob Leader too. He's a really good fighter with power melee damage himself. Going after the power with some burners, I suppose. He can just melee it down though. I think they're going to use their burners. There we go. Noise Marines now for Gaius Baltar. They're at base. Raptors has jumped in on the Sluggers. They do have some Heretic support. There's Swamp'em from the Sluggers. And Hide the Boys too. From the Nob, the Commando Nob, Global Bar. They just messed up those Raptors. And that was kind of a 2v1 fight. They did really well. Raptors got their aspiring champion in the end as they retreated out. Yeah, Sluggers with their Nob Leader are no joke early tier 2. Blue team are going to retake the west side. No attempt to bash the power. Maybe we can see some Sorcerer warp shenanigans to go after that Manticore. Manticore doing this. Long range artillery piece. You need to manually target each of the rockets. These Catachans are in trouble. Almost call them Heretics. Maybe they are. Here's some more Catachans. Shotgun blast there. That's a short range disruption. Lots and lots of Daka. Looks like the red team are going to retake the west side. Can they stabilize over here now? You have the Manticore to look over it. Heretics capping the mid. We've got some Corn Worship, but no movement. CSM just in place to spot stuff moving up. Chaos Lord. We do have Armor of the Inferno. It's gone full fire mode. Mark of Zinch on the Chaos Space Marines. Get those Inferno Bolters really capable and powerful against infantry, especially heavy infantry, which we might see a bunch of in tier 3 with flash gits and knobs. Here's your Bloodletters, teleporting demons with power melee damage, really good at their job, which is killing infantry. Trying to break out now is St. Kelly. He's got a Death Dread. Death Dread will take big chunks of damage from the Blastmaster if he can hit it. Also, we do have those Plague Marines for Sin Harvester, but they're on the other side of the map. That was a big old kaboom from the Mega Boom kit as well, making it even more kaboomy. And it's got the Assassin's Knife. Here comes the Death Dread. Burners and Bits are in. Raptors are going to die, I think. Smack, yes. So the Knob Leader of the Sluggers taken down there. Blastmaster with a solid hit on the Commando's face. Death Dread should be able to pile through here. Get onto those Heretics. Now he's turning around. Heretics are right there, buddy. There we go. West side, meanwhile, you have the Demon Armor for the Sorcerer. The Demonic Shield. Helping out these Plague Marines and stuff. Oh, Manticore could be a nasty one. At that short range, the missiles come very, very quickly. Or rockets, I think they are, technically. 352 to 389 does have the Storm Eagle upgrade too. Is that the Commando? That is the Commando on the VP again. Keeping this VP counter very even, this Commando, and his constant decapping shenanigans. Gets persuaded to leave. CSM here with that Mark of Zinch and their aspiring champion, so they have that fancy plasma gun. That was a Hell Fury that came in from Inekura. And there's the Inquisitor with an Inferno Pistol now. Excruciators and Liber Heresius for more energy. She's kitted out alright. Inferno Pistol is good versus all targets at short range, and Judgment is pretty fun. The Excruciators help you control enemy infantry. Death Dread, can they deal with it here? They can. Plague Marines getting shots in, Blastmaster getting shots in. I think it's done for. Needs to turn around, or at least get out of this firing arc. Goes after the Heretics of all things. It should have gone after the Plague Marines. Maybe it would have survived if it did. But it goes down. 345 to 384. A really good kill of the week there from the Chaos Lord. Levels up to 3. That's pretty badass. Here comes a bunch of Heretics to chop up some retreating Orcs as well. And Bloodletters on retreat path. Chop, 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 chop. Couldn't quite finish off the Sluggers. That was so close. They have Judgment up on them. That's what that red mark is. Inquisitor needs to be in range to execute the Judgment shot. Not sure where she is now, or she's running away. Kicking off in the middle. Some Havocs with their heavy bolter shenanigans. There's a stun bomb to shut those guys up. Stunned all 3 models, so not even the regular bolters can fire. Down goes the Sorcerer in there. Bloodletters against Sluggers and the Commando. Big kaboom. Did it finish off the... It did finish off the Bloodletters. I think it's going to go down, but that was fun. That's a Heretic aspiring champion with a sync kill. Don't get to see that very often. You guys going to go west now? These are... Oh, they're getting a Commissar. I wonder what the Commissar looks like with the Talon Desert Raiders. It just probably just looks like a regular Commissar, I guess. Improvised explosive goes off. Can we spot him in there? Yeah, it just looks like a regular Commissar. Thought maybe he'd have some kind of cape thing going on or something. I guess he's got a long coat already. 345 to 382. Power bash here from yANg wenDi. With some help from Sin Harvester, who still did not ever replace those Heretics. They've done well though, without them. Without that Nurgly worship. I think it's quite useful to have that. It really helps you keep your health up between fights kind of thing. That Nurg-like worship, I think you meant to call it. Manticore Strike. Big hits. Nothing there to follow up, but they did get a model and did a lot of damage there. And there's an improvised explosive. Boom. Takes out another model, and those guys lucky maybe to get away with 2. All that damage evenly spread, of course. I'm not sure if Manticore rockets are completely evenly spread or if there's more damage in the center of them. You'd expect there to be. 345 to 351. Tier 3 is up and running. We've got a Chaos Predator on the way for Sin Harvester. Double flash kits already for the Riddler. 345 to 342. I imagine most of his riddles end in some kind of explosion. Chaos Lord with the Kill the Weak. Can't knock them back, of course, because they are retreating. Can they get onto the VP here? Nope. We've got Havocs. Uh oh. Sneaky Sluggers. Maybe they can. These guys level 3 as well. They're dangerous. Here we go. Can they get a model off these fellas? I think they can. Yep, 2. Maybe 2. They were pretty close to finishing them off, you know. 1 second later on that retreat and they would have been finished. Plague Champion's gone down. He's got his Plague Fist there. And we got some Daka on the power. 345 to 339. Overall, seems pretty even. Gaius Baltar had a rough time of it losing those Raptors and went straight to tier 3 after, which might have set them back, but I don't think... They've still got 2 gens here. I don't think they've been pushed that much on that side. Can they get this generator before they're forced to run away? I don't know why these guys are infiltrating. Maybe for the little range reduction you get for being partially revealed. I think you do get a little damage, range damage reduction. Are you guys shooting? You need to give them an order because they're infiltrated. They're not shooting here. Look, they popped their slaughter and then did nothing. There we go. Now they're shooting. Wow. The Riddler just lost all of their shooter boys. Oh, he's intentionally losing his shooter boys there, as you see in the chat. Inekura's gone down. I think they were very confused about those shooter boys dying. The Riddler wants to replace their population with flash kits. Oh, big shot from the Blastmaster. Holy crap. Wiped out the sluggers of St. Kelly. Are we going to see blasters all around? Not yet. The Riddler just going for the Git finders at the moment to increase range. Going to be a lot of Daka. More Mark of Zinch Chaos Space Marines here. That's what they can do with blasters. Imagine if there were 2 or 3 of those guys. Not sure what are they shooting at now. There we go. This guy's Baltar paying attention to this. They're very inaccurate for some reason. Didn't know they were that inaccurate. Usually you see them hit the mark, kicking off towards the mid. There's a nuke from Gaius Baltar. Imperial Abyss on Riddler's flash kits. I think all 3 squads make it out. Yes, they do. Uh-oh, sluggers have to retreat through that. Ouch. But they made it. They did make it. Another nuke on the west side from yANg wenDi. It's exactly the same, just looks different. Those doom bolts you see flying out are just for some Zinchian decoration. The 3 chaos nukes are identical, just have those really cool looks. 345 to 339. How does that leave us? We got some Kasrkin on the field for Inekura. Doesn't look like they were hit that much. Gaius Baltar has a Predator tank. Did Sin Harvester's Predator go down? I guess it did, right? Can I see the remains of it? I didn't see it at all. I don't see the remains. It must have gone down on that west side, maybe. Or maybe I'm going mad and Sin Harvester was never getting a Predator tank. I'm pretty sure they were at some point. I don't think they cancelled it because they haven't got anything else unless they spent it on this stuff. I don't think so. One-to-one cap. Commando's now got his rocket launcher. Happy to engage the heretic so he can do this. And because they have the Mega Boom kit, they don't get sent flying from Kaboom. Chaos Lord is down there. I hear a Orks, I think. Yes, right here. Forcing off a bunch of chaos stuff. Sin Harvester got hit pretty bad by it, actually, I think. They're now taking the west side. We got some Plasma Guardsmen from Inekura. He might pop the Pestilent Strike here. Should have just popped the Pestilent Strike and finished the cap. This is a misplay from Sin Harvester. Big misplay there. Great unclean one on the field from yANg wenDi. Can synergize very well, actually, with the Chaos Sorcerer, because he can teleport it out of trouble, although the Sorcerer's not on his feet at the moment. So it'll just be teleported to the Sorcerer's twitching body on the floor. CSM be dead. Thanks to those sluggers. There's a big cloud of flyers. What are these fellas up to? Trying to fight a Great and Clean One? Yeah, run away, guys. Great and Clean One passively damages nearby enemies and has a very powerful melee attack, as you might expect. Some nasty abilities too. There's the foul snare. This guy's gonna have a bad day. Maybe. You gonna attack him? Apparently not. Apparently not. Just some passive stink damage for you. 345 to 339. Khorne worship on the CSM, but they are getting wrecked by flash gits. Here's Gaius Baltar's tank with that mark of Khorne. An infiltrated Great and Clean One. Don't know how you infiltrate that guy. Circle of summoning, spawning some bloodletters there as a distraction. I don't think they can push alongside it though. Meanwhile, west side is going to turn blue. Inekura is in the mid. Oh, there's another nuke, this time from Sin Harvester. Get a green Nurgly nuke. Patrick can have their melter guns equipped. These guys can freely switch between guns now. Specialized guns, that is. And they're very quick. Look at them go. Limited to one. Have an inspiration on kill these days. But they don't like getting hit full force in the face by a tank shot. Had to back away there. They got a little bit of suppression from the Havocs too. Blue team on the front foot. Look at this. Have some depleted armies though. Well, Sin Harvester's kind of depleted. So let's have some good resources. Another Great and Clean One for Gaius Baltar. Grenade. Oh, missed. Swing and a miss from the Stormtroopers. Uh-oh. Sneaky sluggers. They did so much damage so quickly to those Noise Marines. Holy crap, down they go. A little bit of a flank there from Inekura too. Got a power bash. You might need to run though, fellas, now. Plague Marines do explode on death, so they're not great to engage in melee, but sometimes you have to. The explosion does damage and knockback, and will heal allies as well, but it doesn't heal the other Plague Marine models, unfortunately. Plague Champion must flee. Got a mucus discharge now, which just sounds delightful. East side. What's going on? Great and Clean One stomping around. Oh boy, those guys had a bad day. Holy crap. 3 flash gits. Did he just one-shot those Havocs, or was there other shots before that? That was nuts. Yeah, blasters are nuts against heavy infantry. Look at this. They need a plan for these guys. They are not effective against vehicles. The tank should be able to trade with them quite well, but there's also this to contend with if you're a tank. Blood Crusher on the way for yANg wenDi. Not sure how that's going to hold up against the Commando Nob's rockets. Maybe they can go straight after the Commando Nob. Chaos Lord got in there. Let the Galaxy burn will help against the flash gits maybe. Subjugated Catachans could also help. They've got some options. Here's a Nob squad though from St. Kelly. Elite melee unit. They can rip apart anything given time. Need lots of expensive upgrades though to fulfill their potential. We have double Great Unclean Ones here. There's that Noble Vomit. Can they get a model off them? Not quite. West side is turning blue again. They did grab it, the red team. Not sure what. Oh, these fellas, these sneaky stormtroopers. There's a grenade. Good chunk of damage to the Plague Champion there, and gets him off the cap too. But then they have to run. There's a Blood Crusher. I mean, 600 hit points is going to be tough, especially there's tank busters up here from St. Kelly. Double Blood Crushers, in fact, from yANg wenDi. Chaos Lord's had enough. Got the lightning claws out. We'll do some good damage to the Nob squad and to the flash gits if you can catch them. There's some repairs for the Blood Crusher. And now some worship which will heal up the Blood Crushers and the Great and Clean One at the same time. Land Raider Phobos from Sin Harvester. Flash gits can't do much against this thing. They're targeting the Plague Marines, as you can see. Catachan's getting some melter gun shots in. Inferno Pistol doing some work as well, maybe. After those guys got their assail on them, and it got teleported out by a friendly neighborhood Chaos Sorcerer. Oh, we got inside of it, I think. They're really going heavy mid, aren't they, blue team? We got a Power Claw Warboss now. 313 to 267. Here's a big flank from Inekura and the Riddler with 4 flash kits now. Sorcerer's going to go down. Flash kits be running. Blood Crusher on retreat path there. Doesn't attack them though, goes straight for the Imperial Guard, which do have some anti-vehicle weapons. There's that demonic roar. Rocks on the Land Raider. That might finish it off because it was already quite low. One more big one might do it. It goes down. Didn't even need another big one. Down goes the Land Raider Phobos. Great and clean one now might go down too. Yes, they've taken out some big threats here now, the red team. Big threats. Sin Harvest with some more Chaos Space Marines on the way. This Great and Clean one will explode spectacularly on death, damaging enemies and healing allies nearby. Nothing close enough to be affected though. I like how his spine just flies out the top of his back when he dies and explodes. The second Great and Clean one, can it make it out of there? Chaos Lord went down. Got a decap though. Everything got infected by the Great and Clean one, but it's going to be okay. Blastmaster in a very aggressive position. Yes, risky against the flash kits. Look at that. Just getting deleted. I was expecting some more Bloodletters, some more Raptors maybe to get in on these guys. Got some Chosen Plague Marines from Sin Harvester, and these guys now have a passive damage over time effect on nearby enemies, much like the Great and Clean one does. But I guess it's much less. 2200 hit points on those fellas at level 1. Not bad at all. Baneblade from Inekura you might have spotted. Gonna lock down this west side. Stormtroopers will grab it. Here's a Nob Squad. And the Chaos Space Marine shut down by the assail. You see the Inquisitor has to channel it for the duration. She can't even shoot stuff. Judgment up on... Oh, he died. The fella that had the Judgment died, I think. Chosen Plague Marines are in there. There's their Noble's Rot. Helps them create some zombies. They got a zombie Nob there. Oh, he doesn't have a hammer though. Comes out with his huge chopper. Fair enough. Chosen Plague Marines did really well there. Well done, fellas. And that Nob, I think, got the Warboss. Unless it was... It might have just been the damage over time from the Plague Marines there. 269 to 267 is so close on the VPs. Can the blue team keep this up after those heavy losses they had? You know what? They've got 2 Great and Clean ones again, nearly. The Blood Crusher is actually doing really well for yANg wenDi. Watch this one die now. Yeah, one goes down as soon as I say that, of course. And this one's also going to go down. The Curse of Indrid strikes immediately. There's no cast time on the Curse of Indrid. Nothing is safe from the words. And there's this. Sluggers. Who's down here? It's the Plague Champion down. yANg wenDi should be able to get revived, I think. Fully kitted out now, Red of Warpfire, the Demon Armor we saw, and that Tome of Subjugation. Great Unclean one is going to hit the field again for yANg wenDi. Might need to be a little bit more careful with the position of the Sorcerer so they can teleport out of trouble. Lots of Daka from the flash kits. Oh, this last one doesn't have blasters yet. That is a Noxious Cloud from Sin Harvester, and they got knocked back into it by the Nurgle Vomit. That was pretty good. Oh, Rocket Run. Did not quite catch the front of that army there. The stuff that it did catch tanked the damage quite well. Chosen Plague Marines can shrug off a lot. I think there's some high level CSM in there too. Baneblade getting shots in. Mark of Khorne CSM getting messed up by the Inquisitors. Excruciators there. She's level 9. Doing well. Great and Clean one continues to waddle forwards. Getting some hits on the Bane Blade itself. And the Mark of Khorne Chaos Predator level 4 chasing through as well. There's a second Great Unclean one. We're able to keep the pressure up pretty well here, the blue team. What is this? It's some Plague Marines of yANg wenDi trying to get a decap. Go on, fellas. Oh no. I don't think they're going to make it. Oh, maybe they will. They're going to make it away. They couldn't quite get a decap though. But the sluggers did, apparently. Here comes the Chaos Lord to grab it back. Some blob cap in there between the two players. We have the demonic visage from the Chaos Lord. And Nurgly Vomit. Smack. Another smack? Not quite. Tank Buster Barrage. A double Tank Buster Barrage, in fact. West side is blue. Chosen Plague Marine standing guard. Bane Blade getting repairs. Where's the Nob squad? Are they? No, they're not fully upgraded. They don't have their Nob leader. Have their hammers and Mina and Greener though. Yeah, you need something to look after this VP now, blue team. Because they've opened up a little bit of a VP lead, the Reds. Here's more flash kits, this time from St. Kelly. Do these guys have their... Yeah, they have their blasters now. Chaos Terminators. They're going to have a rough time against these blood. Look at this damage. Maybe the thinking was to get Lightning Claws and then instantly teleport in on them, but they can't. They don't have them yet. That was really painful. Plague Champion goes down again. Inquisitor hits level 10. Chosen Plague Marine's been messed around by the Assail. That's pretty damn effective. It does a little bit of damage too, doesn't it? Yeah. 7.5 piercing per second, as you can see there. Doesn't just lock you into place, it hurts you too. Nurgle's Rot created one zombie Catachan Devil there. This is Sin Harvester's Chaos Predator. Doesn't want to go too far forward because then it's going to meet a Bane Blade. Mark of Khorne CSM threatened some retreat attacks there, didn't actually do anything. Judgment is up on these Chaos Space Marines. Blue team, oh, defended, well, tried to defend. They got decapped. Nob squad did get away. They took a lot of damage though, down to a single model. More flash kits for the Riddler. What about those Chaos Terminators though? They are reinforcing, and he did indeed get Lightning Claws. They're going to be super effective against all of that late game Orc infantry, if they can get to it in one piece, that is. Because if they're teleporting in, that means they can't teleport out, but I guess maybe the Sorcerer can take care of that. And maybe they could subjugate the Nob squad as well. Great Unclean One needs to be careful. Even 6,000 hit points doesn't last long when you're facing this. This is a pretty hard counter to a Great Unclean One and the Terminators and stuff. 5 flash kits. 5th one is getting blasters. 147 to 244. Some tanks though, including a Mark of Nurgle tank, can stand up to the blasters quite well. There is a nuke, and that friendly tank is going straight into it and goes down, but way too close to the tank busters there. Great Unclean One going to the back lines. Big retreat from the Orks. It's a good push from the blue team if that tank was a little bit more controlled. Not sure why it moved forward so far. Maybe it was trying to shoot those tank busters. These guys are teleported in. Lightning Claws then. A power melee weapon that does splash damage, and they attack really quickly, so that splash damage mounts up super fast. Blue team again having to retake their natural VP. We have a Shrine to Khorne on it now, which will spawn bloodletters periodically, and sluggers are taking their power. Red team on the ascendancy here. They're starting to creep across that map and cap it up, aren't they? And that flash kit army is so dangerous. St. Kelly asking if they want to go for the natural VP. A nice little Orc meeting there. Switching to their grenade launchers are the Kashyyykin, which knock back per hit. Uh-oh. This guy's way too far forward. Plague Champion trying to repair it. Surprised that Baneblade isn't further to the west, because it is open from flanks from the mid when it's there. Maybe it's trying to watch the mid. Foul Snare on the sluggers. These level 4 sluggers of Riddler have been awesome. What are they up to? They're going for a decap. This is super risky. Are they? They're going to die, aren't they? As soon as I said they've been awesome, they're going to get shredded. I think he forgot about them. Down they go. The curse of Indrid strikes again. What are you doing? Just leave him alone, Indrid. Leave him alone. Lots of stuff blowing up in the mid. That was the chosen Plague Marines, I think, of Sin Harvester. He's down to a single unit now. Can they hold off this much stuff? I don't know if they can. If Sin Harvester had just used that tank a little bit better and they still had it, could have been very different. Down goes the Chaos Lord. Ouch, 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 ouch. There's a Noxious Cloud. I mean, they have tools to use. Noxious Cloud being one of them. Haven't seen any Raptors or Bloodletters hit the field since those guys got onto the field. We do have Chaos Terminators. I mean, it's very tempting just to get tanks out, right? Once you see a bunch of flash kits, but they've thought about that with tank busters and stuff. Kommando's gone back to his knife. He's level 10. Warboss is level 6. Baneblade continues to shoot the crap out of anything that tries to get on this VP. Do the blue team have another roll of the dice here? Can they even defend their natural? Looks like they are for now. Brian Kimon getting worshipped. What is this? Inekura's Catechins going after the Brian Kimon there. Taking big tank shots though. Almost wiping out. I wonder if they're letting them die to free up some population here. Bloodletters spawning from the shrine to harass the Kommando. Uncapped west side. I just heard some Raptors. Yep, here they are.
Hatred shall be our weapon.
Sin Harvester got some Raptors up. What is this? Oh. It's some Terminators. Gonna have a bad time. Are they? Having to teleport away. Blue team are on the west side. They're a tough nut to crack fully, aren't they? St. Kelly had some trouble with their flash kits escaping the Terminators, apparently. Raptors jumping in. Getting the repairs out of there. Now they're going after the flash kits to try and tie them up, but they couldn't yet. You gotta get the suppression on them, or they'll just turn and do that. Doesn't matter too much if you tie up one of them, you need to suppress them all. And they just got obliterated. 147 to 181. Plague Marines trying to look after this VP. Where's the other fella? Oh, he's down here. Is that a turret? It is a turret. Maybe it's going to be a las cannon turret. Las cannon turrets are really good. More heretics up for Gaius Baltar, the only heretics on the field right now. And a Lehman Russ for Inekura, the Executioner. The Riddler with just 5 flash kits now. That's their whole army. If it works, right? We'll see. Seems to be working pretty good. Boom, 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 boom. Ouch. Ouch. They do have that 10% chance to knock themselves over when they shoot, which can domino back into other models, but that burst damage though. That burst damage though. Terminators are in there doing their job. They got a little bit of a stun. For some reason, I'm not sure where that came from. Oh, was it you? Kommando might have chucked a stun bomb in there. Terminators taking massive chunks of damage, but they are powering through it for now. yANg wenDi might need to teleport them out here. I just saw it go off. Barely got them away, you know. A single model remains. Blue team still have the west side. They've done a good job holding it, you know, for these couple of minutes now. Got some heavy bolter turrets here. The last cannon upgrade is free, but I don't see it. Plague Marines getting shots in. Down to a single model. Level 4 though. 130 to 147. Red team are now just overrunning blue team's natural. Great and King One has fallen. That was insane. Those heretics didn't last long, did they? I can't even... They're still on the... They died so fast that they're still on the roster there. They're still on the roster. There we go. The game has now realised that they died. Okay, we do have a las cannon turret. Which, as I said, is pretty damn painful for vehicles. The champion needs to pop their Pestilence Strike. Not sure why they're not using it. What are they doing? Do they not know that they have the Pestilence Strike? It's the whole point of that weapon. They could have got a decap. Well, they got a decap. I'm not sure if they would have been able to get the cap, but maybe. I mean, there's no reason not to use it. It would have taken less damage doing your decap. Looks like the blue team have conceded, which is understandable. They were facing, holy crap, 8 flash kits at least. I don't know if St. Kelly had more here, but yeah, they were pretty nuts, and most of them were leveled up right, yeah. Let's have a look at these heroes. Level 4 Plague Champion. We had a level 7 Sorcerer. A level 9 Chaos Lord down at the end. Level 10 Inquisitor, level 10 Kommando, and a level 7 Warboss. We've seen it before. Teams not being able to deal with this many flash kits. It is tough. I'm not saying it's not tough, but there are ways to deal with it. It just it takes some nuance, some finagling. Need to jump them. Need to chuck nukes on them. Need to chuck a bunch of noxious clouds on them. Need to actually use your Pestilence Strike to avoid the damage from the flash kits, which I don't think I ever saw being used, which was weird. And the tanks, yeah, the tank, little bit sloppy tank play from Sin Harvester a couple of times. But well done, Red Team. It was a fun one. Where are the Kasrkin? Did they level to 4? Not quite. How much health they have now? Not bad. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time.